Are you into making fermented foods for the home? Come sit on the bench with me, guys. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at one of the simplest ways of introducing fermented foods, and that dish is called Curtido. It's a fermented cabbage slaw that comes from El Salvador, which uses very simple ingredients. So for this recipe, please head over to kcknh.com, find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Now, curtido is a fermented cabbage dish traditionally served with pupusa. And no matter where you go, you can find the ingredients to make this. And all around us, we are surrounded by different types of fermented foods, whether they're from Korea, Germany, your local neighbor, even making vinegars, and experiencing kefir, or even the lovely miso in a Japanese dish. Now, you do have choices on how you want to make this. It's entirely up to you. Traditionally, it's green, but I used purple. So decide for yourself. There are choices you can make for yourself, especially where things might not be available where you are certain times a year. Now, this is just like the salsa fresca. You can use multiple ways of attacking this, either a knife, food processor, grater, even a vegetable peeler for this. And garlic can also be prepped either by knife or garlic press. Make it easy on yourself and make the choice. So in that bowl, once everything's prepped and mixed, we're going to hit it with the lime juice, and you need to toss to coat it. This is also up to you if you want to do 1 to 2 limes. It's a very refreshing flavor, so definitely go with it. And then once you've tossed that, hit it with a couple pinches of kosher salt and lightly dust your vegetable mixture. Toss it, resalt it, and mix again. This is where we want to start the fermenting process. That salt is going to do the same job as if you were wilting cabbage for kimchi from Korea. Now, one of the most beautiful things that's going to happen is there's going to be seepage from the vegetables, and that is all the natural water you want to keep. Don't strain this, don't rinse it, keep it. This is where everything else that comes together is going to make a big difference. And here I'm just hitting it again. Sometimes the batch will be pretty big, so I may have to do 2 or 3 coats of salt, and I'm shaking very little on this. Instead of the hot brine method, we're going to use the natural water that comes from the vegetables. So let it sit for about 60 to 90 minutes if you're doing this in the morning, and periodically toss it again, pack it down. The more fluid that develops, the better, so don't rinse this out. At that point, you should be able to add your vinegar and mix it well. And in order for this to be stored appropriately, you got to pack it in an airtight sterilized jar or an airtight plastic container in the fridge. And this is still going to taste amazing if you serve it the night of. You'll still leave it out on the counter though. Periodically mix it throughout the day, pat it down. It's still going to be delicious. Go ahead, plate it up, because this is going to be gorgeous. And mighty tasty, I have to say. Ours didn't even last. Now let's take a look and see what it looks like all plated up. So here we are. We've got a traditional pupusa. We have the curtido on the side. I've got some grilled steak, some shredded lettuce. I love my chilies and I love my cilantro. And of course that salsa fresca. And as you can see here, it's a beautiful side dish, and you could certainly use this for just about anything you like. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you give it a shot. Have yourself a good one, folks. Take care.